This is Frederik Pahuus, and he makes $82,000 per month in personal profit. And even though he's in one of the most saturated niches, he's only got a few thousand subscribers and only getting a couple thousand views per month, he was still able to build his entire consulting business on content because he completely stands out from all his competitors. And I've watched all his content, even some of his Danish interviews, and I've found the 4 things he's doing to create his unique positioning. So in this video, I'm breaking it all down so you can also scale your business with organic content and stand out in your niche, no matter how saturated it is. The first thing you need to understand about Frederik is his story, because that's at the foundation of his entire positioning. He built a coaching business teaching beginners how to start a short form agency, and he scaled that to $217,000 per month. He was able to buy the Rolex, move to Dubai, and live the life he dreamed of when he was just a normal guy back in Denmark. But even though his business was making $217,000 per month, he was only taking home around $35,000 per month because he had a business partner, 14 full-time employees, and he was spending tens of thousands of dollars on ads every single month. And more importantly, he also started to hate his business because he was working 60, 70, 80-hour weeks, managing 14 people, and he just didn't like the game he was playing of more volume, more money on ads, getting labeled as a guru or scammer, and he just lost the purpose in his work. So Frederik made a decision that most people would think is completely insane, and that was to shut down his $217,000 per month business to start over in a completely different way, because in his new business he made some strict rules.
First rule, I can only take calls 3 days a week. Second rule, I must keep my profit above 80%.
And with these new rules, his new goal was to make $100,000 per month in personal profit. Now, this is not a story he has just told once, because he actually weaves in his story into every single content piece he posts.
I got tired of the high volume, high stress, a lot of team members and employees. That burned me out.
The business was doing 200 grand a month with around 30% profit.
And the reason this is so powerful and works so well is because people can see he's been exactly where they are right now. He's experienced the pain points, the long hours, the lack of purpose, and now he's on the other side. So when people hear that, they instantly think he's been exactly where I am, he fixed it, so he must also know the solution to my problems. And when he created a video on his story after being ghosted on social media for multiple months, that completely took off. It got almost 100k views, a lot of positive comments saying they could resonate and that they loved it, not only because of his story, but also because of his unique business philosophy. You see, Frederik is against all the common advice in his niche, because everyone else is saying that you need to make big promises, have money back guarantees, big teams, and just try to make the highest revenue possible so you can share it on your story. But Frederik is against all that, and he makes it extremely clear in every single video he posts, because most people just talk about what they stand for, but when you actually create enemies, things you're against, and also clear boundaries, it'll make you stand out even in a saturated niche, and you'll attract exactly the people you want to work with, because humans connect more over anger, pain, and a shared disagreement than pleasure and a shared agreement. And this is also why sports have so crazy fans. Their biggest connection point isn't really talking about how well the team is actually doing, it's every single thing that's wrong with their players, the manager, the referee, or even just hating on the other team. And that is why Frederik is so liked within his niche. And you'll see this play out if you simply look at his comments. On the other side, he's also extremely clear about what he stands for.
I'd rather get to my goal in 5 years' time, do it the right way and actually enjoy it, instead of getting there in 2 years the brutal way.
I make a lot more money when I prioritize clients first, if I can just serve my client.
And he's also got a very specific business philosophy and also model, which he calls the digital coffee shop. And it's where you have a done for you, done with you, and do it yourself offer. So it's basically the same expertise he sells, but delivered in 3 different ways based on what the client actually needs. And this mix of what he's against and what he's for creates a perfect contrast that attracts exactly who he wants to work with. But Frederik's positioning goes way beyond just business, because he also makes his personal values really clear. He's against the flashy lifestyle, watches, and the hard hustle culture where success is really the only thing that matters.
I'm standing in the middle of 2 sides. There's like Dubai bros who want to sacrifice everything to hit their revenue goals. money back offers, large team, large ad spend, heavy lifestyle. Then on the other side, we have Bali boys, 4-hour work weeks, bragging about how little they work, very spiritual, remote, traveling, yada yada. I wanted something in the middle. I wanted the high profit and peace of mind that the Bali bros seemed to have, but I also wanted the work ethic, the consistency, and kind of like this mentality of the Dubai bros, because my work is my passion and I really, really like to work, but also only on tasks that fills my cup and not drains it.
Just look at his Instagram. It's raw pictures like they're sent from one of your friends, pictures with his girlfriend, his family, and then also him speaking on stages to make an impact. Because Frederik preaches to build a business you love that also improves the world instead of just taking from it, and that you should still have time for the people you love. And in a Danish interview, he actually said that he measured himself by the question, am I the person my mom thinks I am? When he says stuff like this in his content and also publicly, it attracts the right people, because when you hear that, you feel like you can trust him. And this is really where you go from just getting clients from your content to building actual relationships with your audience. Because when people see your personal values, not just your business philosophy, but who you actually are as a person, they don't just want to work with you for your expertise or what you know. They want to work with you because of your values and because of who you are. And Frederik is a consultant, so he's not selling a product, he's essentially selling himself. So the more your audience feels like they know you, they trust you, and they also share your values, which is really important, the easier it becomes to convert them into clients. And then when they do become clients, they'll also work with you for longer and also give you referrals. Now, Frederik makes his philosophy and also values extremely clear through his branding. He uses white and black for his brand colors to signal a minimalistic and honest approach, and a brand with a strong contrast of things he's for and things he's against. His fonts are really simple, they have an organic flow, and his editing has no animation, just b-roll and clean professional visuals. But it goes a lot deeper than that, because his business name, The Digital Coffee Shop, is extremely intentional. It's actually his entire business philosophy of having a done for you, done with you, and do-it-yourself offer wrapped into the concept of a coffee shop. The done for you is like offering a coffee at your local barista. You sit down, the barista makes everything for you, and you get the full experience. The done with you is like getting your coffee to go from Starbucks. They still make it for you, but you take it and then you go about your day. And the do it yourself is just like buying the coffee beans. You get the product, but you make it yourself when it fits you. It's all coffee, just 3 different levels of service. And this is a unique mechanism. So Frederik doesn't just sell coaching or consulting, it's a specific branded system he teaches. And when you have a unique mechanism with also strong branding, you're not just competing on price or promises anymore, because you become the only option, no matter how saturated your market is. And this is not a short-term thing for Frederik, because he said that this business and also business philosophy is something he's going to build over the next decades. So if you want to truly stand out in your niche, then you need to get those 4 things right: your story, philosophy, values, and branding. I hope you enjoyed, and remember to subscribe.